My name is Yasin Tiro, and I'm the owner of Yasin Falafel House. My advice and message to any refugee or immigrant or asylum who's coming to here to live the American dream. You come into the land of the American dream, so take advantage of that. Live, work, learn, have a new life. Don't close yourself in a small box, and start learning and working. It's very important to welcome refugee and asylum in the United States, because the whole United States are built by immigrants who's come here, and work together, love each other to build more and protect this country. And when you have some new refugee or asylum coming from somewhere else, you not only provide them a new life, they maybe provide them new opportunity for this community to grow and to be stronger. So it's like we all work as one community to protect and build our country.
Hi, my name is Sarah Cotto, and I work at Yasin's Falafel House right now. And when I first came here, I was 5 years old. I think it's important to welcome refugees in our community because they bring a lot to the community, and I think that being able to know their stories and where they came from originally, it can add a lot of meaning to your personal perspective and really change who you are. I think that each refugee has their own unique story and their own obstacles that they overcame themselves to come here and to try to start a new chapter of their life free of all those obstacles. And then being able to know their stories and knowing what they had to deal with could really change your view of the world and your love for refugees. I came when I was 5 and I knew no English at all. And in kindergarten, it was kind of crazy, sitting in the classroom and not being able to understand anything. But I put in the work and tried to learn, and by the end of first grade, I was a straight A student. And then I kept on having the drive to because my parents came here to give me and my siblings a better future and better opportunities for education that they didn't have. And so I'm gonna take advantage of that to receive the best education I can. And so I went to Noor Academy from 1st to 8th grade. It's a private Islamic school. My freshman year, I went to Farragut High School, and I'm currently a senior at Farragut High School. And I'm in top 10% of my class, and I applied to a lot of colleges, and right now my top choice is Vanderbilt, and so I'll find out if I go there soon. I'm interested in majoring in neuroscience on the pre-med track. Seeing people in the Middle East when I visit back home on the refugee camps, the lack of medicine there, so being able to major in that and then hopefully start my own organization where I can go back home and then in the refugee camps and help those people that don't have the access that I have and the opportunities that I have.
Oh, my name is Peter Dazzy. I'm the CEO and the owner of African Motor Company. My story being in the United States as a refugee, I came in since 2007 with the help of Bridge Refugee. And I'm so blessed. I also was able to marry to a refugee. It's a great experience. It has been a long journey, but one thing you can count on and trust in is the Bridge Refugee system. I mean, they have all the potential people that can assist you in making your dream to come true. So just trust in them and just pay good attention to whatever you need to accomplish.
My name is Teresa Dassey. I own African Motor Company, and I own the business since 2011. First of all, I'm a refugee. I came to Knoxville 2005, November the 29th. I own the business since 7 to 8 years now. I've been owning this business, and the business working right with me. I have a lot of customers. I have a lot of people, car lots. I have 2 locations, and so far. First of all, when I was coming to America, it was a little bit hard because I don't know how to speak the series, and 2, I don't know where I was coming. But praise God, when I came, British Refugee took care of me the best way they can, and I became successful today. But my being successful, I will focus on things that I want to do for myself and my family. So that's what makes me to be successful today. Because I was focusing on one thing. And my goal was to do business. And my business, I wanted it to extend every part of the world. And I'm getting there. Because I don't have one location, I have 2 to 3 locations now. And I had a tow truck, like a record service, also in the business. I have a child care, also in the business. So thank God that World Refugee built me up.
I never thought, this American dream could ever come to pass like this, Being as a refugee coming to America, all you thought is that, you're just gonna work and remain like that. But once you are staying focused, just what I did is that, I stay humble, stay out of trouble, not doing any smoking or doing drugs as other people would do. I would always encourage my refugee friends out there to be sure that you stay focused. If you want to be a businessman, you can be, because if I can be a businessman and be so successful, you can do the same. I've been blessed with several businesses around East Tennessee, so I think you can also do the same. By employing a refugee, bring your memory back to where you also came from. You want every refugee to be successful as you are. I think getting the refugee close to you, that will help a lot to tell them that there is hope. There's more hope for tomorrow, I think it's a great thing to do that. So I believe, it would be a great startup point if you become successful, help another refugee to become successful. That way we all win and have a very good community.
My advice to the refugee is coming to East Tennessee in Knoxville. My advice to them is you have to be patient, you have to be humble. If you want to be like me today, you have to be patient, you have to be humble, because this good don't start just early. You have to take your time and you have to be patient and focus what you want to do in life. So I advise all my refugees friends. I'm not a refugee anymore because I'm a citizen now. But before I was refugees, I advise all my refugee friends that they should focus on something they want to do. And when you focus on what you want to do, you can get there.
Oh, the people of Knoxville are pretty great. They are pretty great, loving people. They are very welcoming, Getting into Knoxville, it's a reality. So I would encourage refugees out there too. If whenever you want to find a place to be or to start from, just look into Knoxville. It's a good place to be and a good startup point. Just for example, like me, I've become one of the successful businessmen in East Tennessee and around the Knoxville area. So, I would encourage East Tennessee to welcome refugees into the areas right here. We can contribute, providing goods and services for the community, like what I've done. We provide a dealership that help the poor people who doesn't have much money to put down. We have a daycare. That means we need our kids to be in school and all of that, the transportation business and all of that. So we have getting that too into our community. So it's a great thing, that we all put our hands together and welcome a refugee into our neighborhoods.
It's important because World Refugee office took care of me. So if they come in the country or they come in Knoxville, I believe if they humble themselves, World Refugees will do the same thing they did to me. Because I did not just start with a business like this. When I came first, they sent me to a CNA class. And I went to a CNA class, I passed my test. They offered me a car. They paid my rent for 6 months. And they gave me $2,000 allowance. So they did a lot for me. But I believe because I was humble. So that's why they did that. So when they want to be like me, like I said, they have to be humble and be patient.
You see, one good thing I would love to add is that once you come to America and you are married to a proud refugee like Miss Teresa, you have hope. She will teach you the best thing to do. And I also call upon all refugees around East Tennessee to be an example of this young lady right here. She's a motivator. She does what it needs to be done. And count on her. And we believe we share her number out there. So if you're a refugee out there, we have bilanguage people right here. People from Sierra Leone, people from Congo, people from all parts of the world that are migrated into Tennessee. So whenever you think you need help in East Tennessee, and World Refugee will always get you to Miss Teresa. She'll be the best person to assist you, okay?
My name is Abdul Wahab Al Ubaid. I'm actually originally from Iraq. I came to United States in 2012 as a refugee. I've been settled here in Chattanooga, and now I've been go through all the system of it, and Now I'm a citizen and a business owner.
Okay, so my name is Jinan Alabed. I'm from Iraq, and I'm the owner and the cook in Kebabster.
My advice actually is, for the refugees, I know them, they are really hard worker and they're going to be succeed here in America. America is a place of accumulating. At the beginning, they will find a little bit hard, until they build their reputation here in America. And then by the while, it's going to be very easy and they're going to be like living really in American dream. I think this is give this country a more value things and they will add also another color in a big mosaic of America. And I think this is a great things for them.
The first advice, learn English, learn the culture here, try to interact with the community to learn everything here, and after that work very hard to adjust their life. I think because everybody deserves the second chance to start over their life, and I believe this is very important for me. Even before I come here, I believe United States built establishing on freedom and refugees. So this country, it's built on refugees. So I think the refugees deserve to open the doors for them.
There is no comparison. I can't compare between, being a refugee and then being a citizen and business owner in this country. But it's a big transition for me. And I have been succeed here, and I think my family, they've been succeed. And this is the biggest things to me and to my family.
The meaning is very big for me because I think when I came here, my goal is to build my new home, and I feel I'm home now.
So my name is Drusilla Mugorewera. When refugees arrive in East Tennessee, first of all, culture shock is the biggest challenge, as well as language barrier. Also, finding a community you trust. And there are people who have been victims of trauma, domestic violence, torture. So it takes time to build that confidence and to feel peaceful. As a former refugee, and I'm very grateful that Bridge, the board, gave me this opportunity to be the director, because I understand the pain, the struggle the refugees live abroad and here. Our mission is to provide solutions, opportunities to refugees after suffering persecution, so they become contributing and productive member of the community. Bridge helped me. Now I am an engaged community leader. I'm particularly connected to the mission because as a former refugee, I have to make sure that the new refugees who are coming are not delaying the way I delayed in my integration path. It has been shown that refugees' contributions are very valuable to our community. They are bringing social, cultural, and economic values. They are working in different sectors of industry, education, hospitality, manufacturing, healthcare. So you can find them everywhere, empowering and encouraging and advocating, and then mobilize resources and friends for Bridge and for the clients. That is a joy. Donating your time and your resources to Bridge is an investment. It's a long-term investment. You are investing in people who lost everything. The only person they can rely on is you. They don't have family members sometimes to rely on, so they just start from scratch. And your donations and your time, your talent, and your treasure, it just uplift our clients, it supports them, and then they contributed, they give forward in the community. You help children when they come, they don't speak English, and later on you see them graduating from college. There is no better accomplishment than that one. Normally the 3 pillars of refugee integration are learning English, employment, and community engagement. But before they come here, we just set up a secure apartment. We put children in school if they are school age. We help elders to get access to resources. We help everybody with medical needs, medical screening, but also medical assistance. Employment is the pillar, as I said. And also help them to engage in the community, because the main goal is to help them to be self-sufficient so they can be productive and contributing members of the community. But we cannot do it by ourselves. So we need community members to come to support us. And I'm very, very grateful that the support from the community is there. We are not there where we want to be, but we have a great momentum.
Our services are focused on the family with the idea in mind that these very capable people who lost their country and livelihood due to the circumstances that couldn't be blamed on them through no fault of theirs, come to the new country and regain that ability to work, to live, to make their own decisions. I think being an immigrant myself, it's very close to my heart. Also, my education, my primary education, I'm a teacher, so teaching is natural to me, sharing my knowledge, trying to encourage people, empower them is something that I have always wanted to do. By accident, because of being bilingual, I got a chance to help people who were coming to Chattanooga, and just realized that this is my purpose in life. I'm very lucky. Every morning when I wake up, I want to go to work. You know, not everybody can have this ability to bring all your knowledge, expertise, talents, professional aspiration with such a great mission in life and do something that you see results every day. It brings me a lot of joy and a lot of satisfaction to see our clients being successful. It's actually, you know, a great honor for people to allow you to walk with them through their probably most important time in their lives, when they make this transition and when they rebuild, when the sky is the limit and they can really pursue the dreams and goals and do it with based on freedom and independence and self-determination. I feel like I lived 1,000 lives with my clients, and they allowed me and welcomed me to be part of this journey. It enriched me, it humbled me, it put a lot of my own issues in perspective. I think it made me a better person. So I think I'm very lucky.
Well, I see Chattanooga as a diverse city. Diversity is very important to me generally, and so, you know, Bridge is an essential part of that, and we want to be a welcoming city to people from all over the place.
Knoxville is a welcoming city, and that's important to me as mayor because we welcome immigrants and refugees, and we love having their talent and energy and resilience to bring us great cultural activities and cuisine and entrepreneurial spirit, and they just make our city more diverse, and diversity is a strength. Bridge is essential because welcoming refugees is more than just hello, welcome to the airport, here's an apartment and some dishes and furniture. It's way more complicated than that.
We literally would not have the ability to connect the dots and integrate immigrants into the community in a smooth and welcoming way without Bridge.
Bridge understands how complex that is and also can help access other supports to help people integrate into our society.
I love meeting with new immigrants here every chance I get, and they really bring a richness to the fabric of our cultural life here in Chattanooga that makes it much deeper and more interesting than it would be otherwise.
We need to welcome people for the sake of humanity and just compassion, but also for the gifts that they bring to our country and to our city. So I feel very passionately about it, and I think it's the right thing to do, and it's also a good thing to do for both the people you're welcoming and for the people that are going to be bringing them into this community.
Seeing the humanity in another person from another culture, getting to know them and focusing what you have in common together, rather than what separates you is it really, it's the essence of what makes this country work. And again, Chattanooga's very warm and welcoming culture is a perfect place to kind of exercise that ability. So I love what I see from Chattanoogans and welcoming the immigrant community, and I intend to continue to support that.
The value that refugees bring to our community is hard to measure because it's so many different parts of our lives that they touch. First, they make us better because we are showing that we are compassionate and humane and welcoming refugees. They also make us better because they are resilient, they're survivors, they are bringing us their best, and in terms of their business acumen, their educational aspirations, and their cultural and artistic and culinary diversity. So they're all things that bring great things to our city, and I'm so glad that Bridge and other partners are helping us be a welcoming community.
The immigrant community, I think, is an integral part of what makes Chattanooga the special city that it is.
Refugees are a gift to our city. I welcome them, and I'm so glad that the people of Knoxville welcome refugees.
Our strength really is in our diversity. It's the essence of what makes America America. Again, I try to lead by example.
Knoxville becomes more complex, and we get to know the world without ever having to leave home.
My name is Eric Zillen. My wife and I, Lauren, own a bakery called Need Love's Bakery and Cafe in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I think it's important to understand first that refugees aren't coming here for a better life. They're not coming here to get a better job. They're coming here for the opportunity, and that opportunity is just to survive and to protect their family. And so I think it's important to offer support and opportunity for someone who has lost everything. I think simply it's just the right thing to do. Back in 2015, when we first decided to start hiring refugees, I think at first we didn't know what to expect, and initially we kind of focused on the challenges of language, transportation, potential cultural differences. But now, 7 years later, however, there's just no way our bakery would be what it is today without the input and contributions refugees have made and continue to make while baking at Need Love's. I think their spirit of gratitude gives us perspective. It moves us towards what's important. I think their resilience makes us a stronger business. And I think their narrative inspires us to face challenges with principle and a sense of belief. And especially the last 2 years, navigating a small business through a pandemic, that's just been invaluable. I worked with refugees abroad in Africa from a nonprofit standpoint, and then kind of stayed. Once I opened our business, our bakery, we reached out to the local agency here in Chattanooga, and Marina helped us kind of get the right fit, especially for a baking context. And so, yeah, they really helped us set up interviews, helped us with transportation, getting the bus line. If we ever faced any challenges, they were always there to help navigate to make it a success.
My name is Aditi Singh. I'm a sophomore at the Webb School of Knoxville, and I had actually contacted Bridge because I'm trying to start a project that would connect high schoolers from my school and refugee youth, so refugee children. I'm trying to create some sort of mentorship program that would foster a relationship between these high schoolers at my school, which would hopefully give them chances to get more perspective into the lives of refugees. And then also for refugee children, I just want to be able to give them more support and more help socially in any way that they can interact with kids who are kind of their age. I think that would be very beneficial to both groups. So basically this past fall, I sat in for like a Zoom meeting that Bridge was having to like induct volunteers, and so I became a volunteer. But then I did realize that there's not many opportunities for kids and kids my age especially. And so since I was a volunteer at Bridge now, I wanted to look at more ways to kind of expand how kids could help, and kids my age especially, because I also see that from kids my age, we don't get many opportunities to go out and help in the real world. And I just thought that even refugees, like refugee youth, they are not getting many opportunities to interact with kids kind of their age. They're really there's really just like adult interaction, and I wanted to create kind of a program that would help refugee youth interact with high schooler youth. And so basically my idea is that I would get a group of good volunteers from my school, and I'm working with a teacher on that at my school. And the idea is that we would meet roughly 1 to 2 times a month with refugee youth. We would go through Bridge to help get these youth to come to our meetings. And the meetings that we would do, like it would be things like community service, tutoring, just social interaction, like playing at a park, anything that can be seen as fun for these kids and fun for high schoolers, and things that can help them develop more social skills, and just overall like learn how to feel more welcome in their community, in their own shoes, in these new lives. I have been trying to build this project for a few months. I think it really started in the fall, like November. I had contacted Drusella, and she was really helpful, and she loved this idea. And so I've been in contact with some people from Bridge, trying to set up meetings, and I'm just excited to see where this can go. So I'm thinking that this project would hopefully launch in August, so and hopefully maybe we would end up doing something over the summer. But then as it would grow, I'm hoping that it can continue at my school as a way for high schoolers to just get more experience doing community service, but not only just doing service for the sake of hours, but also starting to do service is something that they would enjoy in their free time. We as Knoxville, living in East Tennessee and in Tennessee overall, we are the volunteer state, and we're just a welcoming state, a welcoming community here in Knoxville. And I just think whenever new people come into your home, you want them to feel welcome just as you would want people to do it to you yourself. No one likes being separated from their home, especially these people who've been forced out of their homes, and no one really can relate to them. Over here, we are so comfortable in our own lives and our communities, and we can't relate to them, but it's really important that we try our best to make them feel at home just like we do every day. Whoever needs help, someone should just be there to help them, and whatever you can do for someone, anything that you can do is really, it'll help in whatever way. So whatever you can do, you should do it, whether you're helping in a tiny way or a big way. Like anything can make a difference. I mean, I'm a sophomore in high school. I haven't even really made that much progress in my project, but I am trying to build it. But I really am hoping that it can turn into something that would have an impact on refugees, young refugees, their parents, their families, the entire community. And by helping people, you encourage and inspire others to help as well. So, yeah.
I'm Samuel Loudermilk. I'm the program director for Tech Goes Home Chattanooga, and we host digital skills classes with Bridge. So Tech Goes Home is the digital inclusion program for the Enterprise Center. So we host digital skills classes throughout the region. We partner with churches, schools, and other organizations to provide classes that are 15 hours long. Upon completion of the class, you can purchase a brand new Chromebook laptop for just $50. We also try to educate families around low-cost internet options, and if they qualify for those programs, we'll help them sign up for those. So our primary goal is to reduce those initial fears around technology and computer use. So at the onset of the pandemic, we partnered with Bridge to provide devices and hotspots for their clients. We also started hosting our classes soon after that. Through our partnership with Bridge, we were able to host our first class in Swahili, which was really exciting for our team. We've continued this partnership, hosting classes. We've got great responses from our class surveys. The individuals that take the class are very grateful for the things that they learned, and they feel like they've removed those fears to create opportunities for themselves. Most importantly, it's morally the right thing to do. Refugees bring diversity to our community as well, though. They bring new ideas, new perspectives. When they arrive, they enter the workforce. They contribute to our economy. They create businesses. They spend money, so they contribute to our tax base as well.
My name is Casey Whetstone. I work with JP Lamborn Company. We've been partnered with Bridge for roughly 5 years to help bring on refugees into the employment status. Oftentimes we have a lot of opportunities in our community that are given to us that aren't also given to others that are brought into this country. You'll see in a lot of aspects that people that come from a refugee program have had a very difficult life and opportunities weren't there for them. Being able to offer that as a community is important and really what our country is based upon. Refugees bring on a lot of things to our company. Not only do they bring on a good work ethic, but they're also able to offer us something that we don't get a lot of in the employment industry, which is gratitude for an employment position. Oftentimes we have a similar aspect of needing an opportunity that we can offer to many people out there, but they're not gracious for that. And when you hire a refugee, in most cases, you're going to have that. I would say you have to take the chance on it. It is an investment from a time perspective, but the return on that investment is important, and you do get that. You may have to spend more time with that person, translating documents, things like that, but in most cases, it's a very beneficial partnership. I'd like to say thank you to Bridge for allowing us to partner with them and helping us grow as a company as well. We've met a lot of great employees here. We have some that have been here for roughly 5 years now that have really added value to our company, and I'm just appreciative of that.
We have incredible resources here. I think it's important that we assist people fleeing persecution and arriving in a new country. I would encourage anyone who's interested to help out any way they can, either as a volunteer or financial contributor, advocate, or otherwise.
We all like different things, but altogether it makes a beautiful picture of love and welcoming and empowering each other, understanding that our goal on this in the world, on the earth, is to be of support to each other.
If you can imagine the most beautiful flower bouquet, that flower bouquet has lots of different colors and flowers and shapes and sizes. And that's what makes for the most beautiful city, is when those people all come together and are connected and are appreciated as one beautiful group of people.
Hope, dignity,
opportunity.